Hi everyone, I hope you're all keeping well. Today's video will not be anything about training or any topic that's related to the nature of this channel. I'm sharing a very important experience to all of you, and this is about the scam call that I received a couple of days ago. As you know, I live in Singapore, and we've been warned many times here that, don't answer any call. It's a common practice in Singapore that we don't really answer unfamiliar numbers, especially if they are trying to promote something, or if they say that, this is from the government office and all these things. So anyway, this video is to serve as a reminder for everyone. So what happened was a couple of days ago, I received a call, and usually I don't really answer calls. I really don't. But for some reason, this call came in, and the initial message on the call was, if you authorize 3,500 something on your DBS credit card, press 1. If you don't, please stay on the line. And mind you, when I received this call, I was at the gym. It's never a good time anyway for all of us to receive calls like this, where they would say someone is trying to basically use your credit card without your authority, without you actually being the person using the card. So at that point, I felt my emotion overcame my logic. I felt like, what? Someone's okay. So I pressed 2, and then I just waited for the person to speak to me. And I was very shocked because the person who talked to me had no accent. She sounded legit. She sounded like she's really, someone from Singapore, someone from DBS in Singapore. And then finally, she went through and explained to me that on this date you went to Woodlands DBS to apply for this credit card, and a couple of days after that there was an initial transaction of 2,000 something, and it's followed by the transaction today. And because it's a large amount, we're trying to reach out to you to confirm if you authorize the transaction. And of course, my reaction there was, no, I don't authorize that. Please cancel the card or block the card, whatever it is. I did not authorize that at all. And to cut the long story short, she went through a lot of details with me. She said, okay, let me give you the details. Do you have a pen with you? I said, I don't. I'm in the middle of my workout. I don't have any pen with me. But she kind of pushed me to say, look, you need to really write this information, because you would have to speak to the police after this conversation to lodge a police report. So then I thought, look, that makes sense. Why would I even wait until I finish my workout to even talk to the police about this? So she gave me the details, card number, expiry date, branch where I allegedly went, or the person who's trying to pretend was me, the branch where she went, and the amount that was first charged, and then the second amount, which was the one that they're trying to charge today, or that person was trying to charge today. So I got the facts, and then after that, she went on and say, okay, but there's a lot that was asked and questioned and asked was given to me. It was a very, I would say, it was too much to handle that call, but I trusted 100%. So then I said, okay, because my thoughts at that moment was, I'm staying on the line with you because I want you to make sure that this card will be blocked and this police report will be placed, and this person, this culprit, will be caught. And so this person won't be able to do this again. So finally, she gave me the details, and then after that she said, okay, after this conversation, You will have to speak to the police. So I'm like, okay. I said, why don't you guys just speak to the police since you're the bank and you can explain to the police what happened? And then she said, no, because the police would like to speak personally to the card holder. So I'm like, okay, that also makes sense. That's fine. So before she hang up with me, she verified my mobile number and if I had a WhatsApp. And I said yes. And so she said, okay, good. The police will call you on your WhatsApp. Everyone is using WhatsApp. So it did not really strike a red flag in my mind. And again, remember, at this point, I had no red flags at all except for the culprit who tried to, who probably have stolen my identity, which happens, that people steal someone's identity. So we hang up. Shortly, I got a call, a video call, and there was this guy wearing police costume or in uniform. Sorry, he was in police uniform. So, okay, fair enough. And then he was asking me for information, what happened. So I basically went through the whole explanation, like what the lady said. Someone's stolen my identity. Someone's trying to charge this amount, blah, blah, blah. So I just said to him, look, please just lodge an investigation. You can go to the bank, to Woodlands branch, and find out who this person is. There's CCTV. I was guiding him basically on what he can do to investigate for this culprit. And then he goes, okay, is it convenient for you to talk to me for another half an hour? And then I said, I don't have half an hour. I'm still outside. Respectfully, okay? I was obviously speaking to him respectfully because I was convinced he was a police. So I just said, I'm actually heading back home after I run my errands, and then I can actually call you when I reach home. Because he said, you have to be in a place where it's quiet so we can, and there's no one around you, so that we can have this police report done. So I said, okay, fine. I said, I can call you at 3 o'clock when I'm back home. So my afternoon went on. I hang up. And then, oh yeah, sorry. And then he asked me for my IC. Okay, so of course I gave my IC because it's a video call of someone wearing a police uniform. And the respect that we have for police in Singapore, because they're genuinely doing their jobs, you don't question them. They're very honorable here. So I said, okay, here's my IC. I read it to him, blah, blah, blah. And then fine. And then finally, we hang up and we agreed that we're going to speak to each other again around 3 o'clock when I'm back home. So after we hang up, I forgot about it. I just thought, okay, good. It was already in the hands of the police. And then I already asked the DBS lady to block the card. So I went on with my day and got all the things I needed to do. And then somehow, when I met my husband, he goes, okay, I told him what happened about my card and blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, okay, sounds like a scam to me. I said, do you think so? So anyway, to cut the long story short, it turns out that it was a scam call. We called the DBS and we verified if they've contacted me or anyone have contacted me, if they're aware of this transaction, blah, blah, blah. So the bottom line, guys, why I'm sharing this to you is it goes as far as having someone wearing a police uniform to legitimately prove that they are a legitimate call. And it's one thing to receive a call, and it's another thing to receive a video call. And so DBS, the real DBS, canceled my card. They will be the one to report or place a police report about this internally for them. And then, so for my peace of mind, I went to the police station and had reported what happened, and they gave me an app which is actually, I will put it on the description below if you're living in Singapore. This is basically an app where you key in your the mobile number or the telephone number of the person you believe have tried to scam you, and they will block that centrally in the whole Singapore. So the lesson from this story for me is, even if it sounds too good to be true, just don't entertain any call. Hang up and just call the bank directly yourself and verify if there's really a 3,000 something being charged on your phone, rather than allowing yourself to panic and allowing your emotions rather to take over your logic. So it's quite embarrassing that this happened to me. But I can just imagine those more vulnerable people out there, especially the elderly, or especially those who are not very familiar with how advanced they go. I mean, the guy, he was even wearing a police uniform. It's insane. So I'm sharing this to you guys, to know that no matter what happens, if anybody calls you and gives you a very alarming introduction of there's been a charge of $5,000, $10,000, whatever the amount, think of my experience, hang up, call your actual bank and verify it through them. Because what happened to me was my emotion overcame my logic, and that's when people get scammed. So I hope this experience I'm sharing to you is something that could help you in the future as well, because I feel like it's important to share this type of experience, because this is very valuable experience, and this can save a lot of people and vulnerable people from getting scammed. And the interesting part, before I close this video, the interesting part is it made me wonder later on, why did he still want to speak with me in another 30 minutes when he already got my IC, he already got my information, whatever he wanted from me. And so when I was in the police station, I obviously tell everything. I told the police everything. And I said to him that I've given my IC, which is my government ID number. And the police said there's nothing he can do with your IC, but you need to just report this number on the app to block this number from calling other people again. So I'm sharing this to you guys. Be careful, very careful. They're getting more sophisticated. They're getting smart as having a video call with an actual police looking, and they have no accent. They sound like they're from Singapore. They polish the accent. And the police said to me that there's a big scam now where they do like a spider scam, where they are all connected together in one room, like one pretending to be from the bank, the other one is the police, but they're all in the same room or the same space. So this is absolutely freaky and very scary in many ways. So please learn from my experience. I'm sharing this especially to the vulnerable ones. Please, auntie, uncle, don't pick up any call. Call your bank directly, because it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. So I'm sharing this video just to give everyone a bit of a warning. So thanks for listening to this video. We'll go on with our training. I've done a lot of videos, and just please watch out for some additional training for you guys. Take care and be safe. Bye for now.